In today's episode, we get into some autumn memories from our past in Rome and look forward to the future and the book launch. Welcome back to Planning for Adventure. This week has been a little bit nuts. We've got so much stuff going on with the book launch coming up really fast. And I've been a little bit nervous that the actual author's copies wouldn't be here in time, but I think that they will now. Everything is done. We've got the ebook done, we've got the paperback done, and we've got the place booked for the book launch or book signing. So I think David and I are going to head down there to go for a bit of a Sunday date, and we'll take you guys along with us. So I've been thinking a little bit about this for a while, and I think we are going to be moving the vlogs to Mondays instead of Sundays, because I want to be able to enjoy Sundays with my family and not be stuck editing the entire day. Yesterday was so nice. We had friends over for dinner, and it's just, it was one of those moments where I was like, when did we last have people over for dinner where it wasn't family? We have a huge family. If you've watched our vlogs, you've probably met most of them, but it's like, I don't know the last time we had people over. It's not that I don't consider my family people, but you know what I mean, like having friends over. And I think that's just kind of one thing that both David and I have always been very social, but when you have a family where you have a lot of ADHD, autism, chronic illness, those types of things, a lot of times like the social aspect of life just kind of gets put on the back burner because it's too complicated. So it was so nice to feel yesterday that like, we can do this, we can have people over, it worked. And I think that's just kind of a reminder to me that things that maybe don't work at one point in your life, that doesn't mean that they always can't work. And just kind of, I guess, not giving up on things, because I think that I have. There's been a big chunk of me that's been like, oh, my hands are so hurty, my body's hurting so bad, I can't do this. I just kind of write them off and go, okay, I can't do things with my hands, whatever. I stopped playing guitar for a very long time because I was just hurting too bad. And this past week, for the first time in a very long time, I picked the guitar up again and I played a few songs acoustic during one of my sets. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So yeah, I need to keep pushing and need to keep remembering that the whole concept, this too shall pass, is a lot of things. It's not just pain days that things are going to get better. It's that whole like, okay, well, adjustments that you have to do. It's important to not just write something off and never try it again. Sometimes it's like, okay, I can't do this right now. And then like a few years later, a few months later, whatever, just giving it a little bit of a try because it could be worth it. We are heading down to the cafe now. Take a look around, have a little bit of a date, plus Elliot. It's nice because the cafe is really close to where we live, and it's a friend of ours who runs it. So it kind of feels perfect to have the book launch at the cafe, specifically because it is a secret of blood and brownies. So there's a lot of it that actually happens in a cafe, and we need some brownies. And some awesome coffee if we're going to plan this book launch. This is a really hectic time for me. Of course, there's the book launch stuff. I'm also working 25% as a student counselor, but on top of that, starting my own business and doing all of my freelance voiceover stuff and singing and things like that. I need to try to stay healthy. Professionally successful content platform.
This ain't my lifestyle. It's bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help.
Yesterday we were up in the attic because we needed to clear some stuff out, and I found this old bag with our old camcorder. So we've got this when we got married, and I know that somewhere here is our honeymoon in Egypt. There's a disturbing lack of labeling going on. Seriously, of all of these guys, four actually had written on them what they were. So it's a bit of a mystery at this point, and I'm kind of like, well, maybe we could look at it in the camcorder, but from what it looks like, we need a specific kind of cord to get it charged up again. So that's going to be a bit of an adventure, trying to see how we can find it. But there should be some really fun old stuff on here. One of them said, let's see, we've got, darn it, one of these, this one says Jesse's Christmas concert, and I have no clue which Christmas concert this is from. And these, okay, this isn't the camcorder, but here we have David's boys choir and my gospel choir on cassette tape. Unfortunately, we don't have a cassette player or a CD, but either way, it's really fun to have both of our choir history sort of somewhere. We should see if we can find something like secondhand or whatever. But that's like the issue with old memory stuff. It's like, how do you even play it? I'm pretty sure I at least have footage somewhere from our anniversary trip to Rome. I'm gonna see if I can find that. Maybe that's what we'll do here. David's in sneaker heaven.
Adidas haven.
Our 20th anniversary, and we went to restaurant Mirabelle in Hotel Splendid Royale, and it was amazing. We had this awesome, how many courses?
Seven.
Plus two. Oh my lord, it was insane. I'm totally stuffed, but it was so delicious. And we had basically it was like what they suggested, and pairing that all with wines and things like that. So cool and so good. Totally something that I would recommend. An amazing place, Restaurant Mirabelle. Great service, amazing food, and a beautiful view of the Vatican.
David, no!
I just seriously have to say this. We're on our way home after an amazing meal. I would have filmed a little bit more, but it was so dark that we couldn't really get any good pictures going on. However, with our actual eyeballs, we could see the Vatican and just all of Rome sort of stretching out, and it's really beautiful at night. The restaurant is on top of the Splendid Royale Hotel here in Rome, and it is beautiful. Like, I'm in the lobby, we're waiting for our taxi home. It's so pretty, it's so cute. It is gorgeous. This place is amazing. Another thing to say about Mirabel, which is really cool, is it does have Michelin stars from like 2008 all the way up to like to this year, 2017. So good. Last night in Rome, and we're finally having a nice romantic dinner. Well, actually, we already had a romantic dinner at another place called Table, which we really like. The decor is adorable. Dessert here at, I have no idea what this place is called. What's it called? Osteria Bombalone. So like donut, I think, or something like that in Italian. And having tiramisu! Yummy! As always, my totally absolute favorite dessert in the entire world. It just feels like crap. Face ID when you're wearing a face mask.
Sometimes you gotta step back from the world and get lost in it.